Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Southampton International Symposium on Teaching Accessibility. I'm Andy Coverdale, a Research Fellow in Education at the University of Southampton here in the UK. Thanks so much for registering and joining us today. We have 40 people already, and people are joining us as I speak. So we do really hope that this is going to be a really interesting and informative and inspiring event. We are expecting a wide range of attendees today. We have learning technologists joining us. We have leaders in equality, diversity and inclusion. Obviously computer scientists and teachers and researchers across disciplines and sectors. So it's just gone 10 o'clock here in Southampton. It's a very cold day, but also a very sunny day. I have my coffee here, so it's great to have you joining us. So you join us at a very busy time, but also at a very exciting time as we come to the closing stages of the current phase of a 5-year research project led by my colleague here at Southampton, Dr. Sarah Luthwaite. And we're looking at the teaching and learning of digital accessibility in higher education and the workplace. More importantly, we are looking forward to a new extended phase of the project with 3 more years of research. And you'll be hearing from Sarah in a few minutes' time in our first keynote of the day. Sarah and I are joined by several other colleagues who are connected with the project, who you'll see through the course of the day. And I'm delighted to say we have some fantastic invited keynote speakers and panelists, not just from here in the UK, but from around the world. Now, I appreciate it might be very early for some of you, or possibly quite late, depending on your location. This is very much a global event today. We do have people from around the world joining us today. But we hope people will be able to join for at least some of the sessions today. We recognise some of you may need to step away and rejoin at different points of the day, and that's fine. We really want today's event to provide colleagues with the opportunity to share and reflect on research-led knowledge that can help develop the teaching of digital accessibility. Now, I will just add that there will be a focus primarily on teaching in higher education today, though I'm sure we'll be hearing messages from industry and the third sector, and we may look at running a similar event that's perhaps more focused on industry training in the future. Now, we obviously want this event to be as accessible as possible. We are providing live captioning or manual captioning, courtesy of our colleagues at MyClearText. And you can customize the captioning via the captions button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. We also have British Sign Language interpretation throughout the day from our signers, Liz and Kate from Turktree, and they will be pinned by default. Do please let us know if you have any accessibility issues by contacting the hosts, either through chat or by the email that we contacted you on. Now, hopefully, you will have seen the schedule for today that we shared with you earlier, but I will briefly run through this now. So I will just share my screen. So the event today is split into 2 main parts, this morning and this afternoon here in the UK. So in this first part, following the keynote with Sarah, we have our first international panel, and the focus there is on researching accessibility education. And that's followed by the first of two sessions that we have on teaching resources. And we'll have that before we close for lunch at 12 noon UK time. So we start the second half of the symposium at 2 p.m. UK time with our second keynote speaker of the day. Professor Jane Seal is joining us from the Open University. And that's followed by our second international panel. And the theme of that is taking research into practice. And then following a short break, we then have another session on teaching resources before our third keynote of the day, which we are framing as a fireside chat. I'm not sure who's providing the fire, but we'll see. And so Sarah will be in conversation with Professor Tom Crick from Swansea University. Tom is also the Chief Scientific Advisor to the UK Government's Department of Culture, Media and Sport. And we'll be wrapping up with our plenary session, in which our valued colleague here at Southampton, Dr. Ben Whitburn, will be giving his thoughts on the day. So it's a very busy programme, but also quite a tight schedule. I'm sure our chairs and hosts will be making sure that we try to keep to time. Now, we also have our informal networking sessions. So the first one of those is following the lunch break. And then we have a second one at the end of the day. Now, these are running in Zoom meeting. So that's a different link to the one that you have used to join here. You should have already received this, but we will share that link again before those sessions take place. Do please join those if you can. As I say, they're going to be much more informal, but they will provide an opportunity to connect with other attendees and chat. And I'm sure the after event one we'll all be winding down. We'll all be very tired, I'm sure, but that would be great if you can join, if as many as possible can join us for that.